We have now officially made it to day 14 of my 100 videos in 100 days challenge. And today, my cycle is kind of kicking my ass. And so I thought this would be a great conversation to come up here and have with you because I know that I am not the only woman in the world who has had their life kind of shifted or turned upside down due to hormonal imbalance, PCOS, endometriosis, like things like that. And I don't think that we actually talk about it enough, at least in my corner of the internet, like the entrepreneurial space. It seems like that this conversation just doesn't ever really come up, which is kind of wild to me because dealing with this makes it so much harder to be consistent, especially when you feel like you have a body that it's not cooperating. And you can't, I mean, you can tell it what to do. Like, I know they're my science girls, my woo girlies, but comma and only to a certain extent, right? Like, how do you navigate having ambitions to do things when you are also dealing with hormonal issues? And so just to give you like a little bit of background from me, I have been going through it, honey, for years. And when it was at its worst, I was having like a ovarian cyst rupture, and it was like happening like back to back, like month to month to month to month. I feel like there's something on my lip. If there is, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this was happening like month to month to month, and they were so painful. I always say it's the kind of pain I would never wish on my worst enemy, honey. I'm talking about I couldn't hold down food. I couldn't hold down water. Because I couldn't hold down water, I couldn't take any pain meds, right? Um, Often clutching a trash can and just really bad sweat. Like it was such a shitty experience. And again, this was happening like back to back to back to back. And it really hit me hard, especially in my business, because I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to be that person that was consistent. And I remember working with a coach and I was getting so frustrated because it's like she just didn't get it. I love her to death. She is an amazing, beautiful human being, genuinely. And she just did not get it. She saw the higher like aspirational identity for me, and I just couldn't meet that, not with what was going on with my body. And so, people try to tell me to do things like cycle sync. Like, you can't cycle sync an irregular period. Because how? Because how? How do we know? We don't know. We don't know. And so I'm really excited, I think, today because I've been kind of going through it. Um, but I'm still showing up, and that feels really powerful. And I feel like there are still the people though out there who, have days like I would have today where like it's painful, but it's not terrible. I'm not clutching the trash can. I'm not curled in the middle of the bed asking God, like, if this is going to be my life, why don't you just take me now? I've had those moments. But what I have learned through my own journey is that showing up does not mean ignoring my body. In the past, it felt like it had to kind of be like an either or. Like, if I was going to show up and do content, I had to be at like 100% peak optimal, high vibe, la la la, rainbows, butterflies, and all that shit. And it's simply not the truth, and that we can show up even when we're not having the best day. We can show up even when we're not feeling the best. But for me, and at least in this particular situation, and also maybe for you, it's understanding the wave of what we experience. Now, my experience will be different from yours, and yours will be different from the next person, right? But I know that when I have those moments, that once I go through, and I'm gonna get a little graphic, but once the jellyfish do what they do, I know that there's always like a period of peace. Can we coin that? A period of peace. So it's like, okay, now like the cramps have subsided, the nausea has subsided, the pain has subsided. Like, okay, this is now my window to pick back up and just do what I need to do right quick. I know making this video is not going to take me hours, or at least not in the filming. Like, I'm not going to sit here and film this for hours. I know, okay, Quiana, you're feeling a bit better. Like just go 15, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to do my best, y'all. Y'all know I like to talk. But the reality is it's just sustainability, especially in our business with creating content. It just looks different when we include the conversation about hormones. And so when it comes to working with that and not against it, the consistency that you build is rooted in self-trust, not force. Not, I feel like shit and I want to die. Let me go make a video. It's, I feel like shit. Let me just wait a moment because I've learned to recognize the pattern of my waves. This will subside. I will be okay. Then we can go film. Then afterwards, guess what? I can go get in the bed, get under my heated pad, under my heated blanket, you know what I'm saying? And edit the video and upload. And I still did what I needed to do, but I didn't need to dishonor my body in the process. If this is something that you have been dealing with, like, let me know in the comments. I would love to see more of us just supporting each other because the reality is it can be hard. It is hard. It is hard to deal with when you know, the mood. We didn't even talk about the mood swings. We didn't even talk about the mood swings. And then like being in the industry, we have to deal with people. Like we're not having these conversations, and I think we need to have more of these conversations openly so that we know that like we're not alone. We're not alone. I don't know what it is about this industry. I don't know if it's, you know, maybe people feel like a failure. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And it's not for me to know. I just do my part, use my platform to maybe help someone else, maybe help inspire. Like, I hope that at least one person watches this video and it's like, yes, I deal with that. I didn't think about doing stuff, you know, based off of the pattern of the wave that I go through when I'm having these experiences, or like whatever the case may be, okay? And so if that is you, I honor you, I support you, I respect you. And if you want a safe space where you can grow with your visibility plans, your, you know, creating content, all of those, like come hang out with us in the Magnetic Visibility Circle. It is my free community. Okay, you are more than welcome there, honey. And with that being said, I want to continue the conversation where we then dive into me sharing how I'm managing to even post every day on YouTube. This has been such an amazing journey, and I want to share everything that I'm learning with you. So I will see you over there.